Hello, it's Tamra Zoner here, and it's Tuesday, so it's time for another Truth Bomb. Today I shuffled until one fell out of the deck, as happens so often. I love it when that happens. While I was asking for a message for the masses, for the collective, for anyone who comes across this video at any time in space, what message do you need today? And here's what came out. Pleasure is power. Pleasure is power. So before I share my thoughts and feelings about this particular truth bomb, I, as always, want to invite you to take a moment to connect to yourself, to your own higher wisdom, to consider how this applies to you in your own life and what this might be telling you today. And to remember, as you listen to me share my own viewpoint, that I have only ever viewed the world from my own eyes, and I speak from the lens of my own experience, not yours and no one else's. And so I invite you, of course, to like and share this video and then comment below as to what this truth bomb means to you. Pleasure is power. There's a lot of talk in the coaching world these days about pleasure. There are books about pleasure, specifically related to feminine pleasure, and there are a lot of coaches who are doing pleasure-based businesses, and what it means is that they're putting their pleasure first. And that's wonderful, where you make sure that you're doing the things that light you up and bring you joy first, because what is that going to do for any of us? That's going to put us in this vibrational frequency of joy. And that, my friends, is an attractor. Joy brings more joy. So the more joy we're putting out, the more joy we're getting, the better we feel, the more we attract into our lives, not just good people, but abundance on every level. And that's the point. And some of you may follow Esther Hicks, and you know that they say it's all about the vibrational frequency. Like, you don't even consider anything that is lower frequency than joy. You just go straight back to joy. Now, I don't necessarily agree. I do agree that joy and pleasure are powerful creators and manifesting, powerful tools of manifestation. And I also believe it's so important to allow ourselves to feel everything that we feel. And the more that we practice moving into a joyful space, the more easily and quickly we move back into it when we're feeling those lower depleting emotions. But those exist. And for some people who have experienced great trauma in their lives, it sometimes doesn't even feel comfortable to feel pleasure, and especially not to bypass their true experience, their actual experience, and go straight to pleasure. So my thought on this is, as always, honor yourself where you are at. Honor the feelings that are coming up for you today. Honor when you're feeling those lower depleting emotions. Honor when you're feeling somewhere in the middle, and honor when you're feeling joy and pleasure. And of course, cultivate that. Of course. You deserve to feel pleasure. You deserve to feel joy. You deserve to feel good. And the willingness and the ability to sit in the discomfort, in the mud, expands you so that you can also sit in these higher vibrational frequencies of joy and love, of gratitude, of enthusiasm. But we can have this kind of an emotional range, or we can have a range beyond measure. And in my opinion, it requires a willingness to experience all of them, not just bypass to the good stuff. Pleasure is power. Pleasure lifts us up. Pleasure is good for our health. Pleasure is playful. Pleasure is experiential. Pleasure attracts more pleasure. So by all means, do the things that are pleasurable for you. I sometimes take dance breaks in the middle of my workday because dancing brings me pleasure. And there are all sorts of other pleasurable activities that one might do at any time of day, because when we're in pleasure, we're more relaxed, we're more open, we're open to those really juicy moments in our lives. And so, yeah, that's what I think about pleasure is power, but I would love to hear what you think about this truth bomb. So please share your thoughts in the comments, and I love reading them. I appreciate those of you so much who engage in this conversation with me, so thank you especially. And I'll be back tomorrow with your Wednesday weekly practice for gracefully moving along in this journey of life. Tuesday Truth Bombs. I'm Tamara Zoner. Pleasure is power. It brings me pleasure to speak with you 4 times a week. I'll see you again tomorrow.